And this guy with the rocket, he is a billionaire. And there's something else in the news about Elon Musk I noticed before. Some young lady that worked for him on a project, and she's suing him because he was paying her a wage that wasn't commensurate with her ability and whatever. They're all the fucking compensation again, isn't it? It's amazing. Well, anyway, Mr. Musk has declined to reveal their identities, only saying they knew each other and that it's nobody from Hollywood. Well, that fucking narrows it down a bit, doesn't it? Well, they don't need to get in a rocket and fly around the fucking moon because they're already fucking in space, aren't they? Fucking space cadets, anyway. Like the Apollo astronauts before them, these individuals will travel into space carrying the hopes and dreams of all humankind, driven by the universal human spirit of exploration. We expect to conduct health and fitness tests as well as begin initial training later this year. Well, that's a bit over the top, that, isn't it? They're fucking space tourists. They're not fucking Captain Kirk and the fucking Enterprise to boldly go where no man has gone before. Is he dead, Jim? I can't do it anymore, Captain. Oh, there's loads, isn't there, from the old Star Trek. I love William Shatner. I've spoken to him on Twitter, William Shatner, a few times. He's a character. What a character he is. He was brilliant as Captain Kirk. I've watched the new Star Trek films, and it's not... William Shatner was Captain Kirk. Jesus. You know, the problem was... when William Shatner was so popular as Captain Kirk, when he tried playing something else, it didn't work. He couldn't, just everybody kept calling him Kirk. And he said, my name isn't fucking Douglas, you idiots, it's fucking William Shatner. Stop calling me fucking Kirk. Meaning Kirk Douglas. So he used to get really pissed off. Talking of Star Trek, I'll touch on this because it is sort of ties in with space and what have you. I used to run a shop in Huddersfield. And... where the shop was, backing onto it at the back, the rear entrance, you could see the front steps of Huddersfield University. And the head of the honorary dean, if you like, of Huddersfield University is, to this day, still is, and is Patrick Stewart, Sir Patrick Stewart. Of course, he was Jean-Luc Picard in the Star Trek The Next Generation, which came after Kirk. And there was a delivery, and this is a true story, this did really happen, and I was taking a delivery, and somebody said, hey, look, there's Captain Picard from Star Trek. I said, you what? Do what? Do what? And it's there, look. And he was there, you see, with the bald head and everything, and he had all the kit, the gown on and so forth, and sure enough, it was Patrick Stewart. And I love Star Trek, I'm a massive fan, and I cut my hands over my mouth and shouted, make it so, number one! And you know what he did? He told me to knock off. He did, and all the students were looking. He just went like that in slow motion with the two fingers. He apparently, and I didn't realise until later, that he hates it. He hates that. Fucking, he hates being sort of typecast as Kirk was, as William Shatner was, as Kirk. He hates it. He's a Shakespearean actor. He's an actor. He is. He's, he's Shakespearean training at the Globe and everything and what have you. And he's what they call a board treader in the business. He likes to tread the boards. He's a thespian. He's old Patrick. And he's another one that doesn't like Donald Trump, the silly bald bastard. But yes, he did. He told me to fuck off. And which I found highly amusing. So it's going to be. I think where is it going to stop this with this space tourism thing, with Elon Musk and SpaceX, where fucking 1830 holidays on the moon. I mean, I'd love to go to the moon. I must admit, it is every boy. I mean, it was my boyhood dream. I used to buy all these books and get all the books from the library about space and Mars and what have you. I love the Apollo space program. I grew up with that, watching it all when I could on the news. And that day, that night, it was night time when we saw it. When that classic moment where Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon was a moment I'll never forget. It was one of the television moments of all time in the history of mankind. It must be. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, or something like that. But what a wonderful to actually set foot off world. it must be so amazing. And still people to this day think they didn't land on the moon. Isn't it amazing? The conspiracy theorists. And yet 6-7 million Australians saw it break orbit. And the Russians would have, you think they would have said something if it didn't happen? They were watching. And so they were already up in space as well. And they saw their trackers and everything. And, yes, they did land on the moon. And the others, Apollo missions that followed suit did also. Until the last time was 1972, and that was Gene Cernan, who's just died recently. The last man on the moon. Anyway, title of another one of my stories about that as well, but we won't go into that. So yes, where will it sort of colonisation or sort of holiday places and so forth on the moon, the Lunar Hotel and all. Oh my God, it's infinite, isn't it? Really, the possibilities. And so forth. We'll go on to the main. Let me just check the time because I'm switching screens on my iPad. It's multitasking. Oh yes, 23 minutes left. Plenty of time to hit onto this story. And this is the BBC are in the news again. And that's why the cover at the front and the title is you can stick your licence, Auntie. And the reason for that is the licence fee. For those that are out of the loop and don't know what goes on here, just another swig of water. What happens is in this country, in the United Kingdom, we're probably one of the only countries left where if you want to watch TV, no matter what's on, if it's a live transmission, and even not live now, you pay to watch it. You have to pay, and if you don't pay, you can go to court. You can be arrested, or you can be cautioned, and you can go to court. Really, it's serious. When I say this to Americans or Australians, they think I'm fucking potty. But no, the BBC, and what they do is the BBC, they have this monopoly. Whereas because it's guaranteed money, putting a gun to somebody's head, they're going to pay, aren't they? That's what they're like, fucking bullies, loan sharks. It's outrageous. So, and some say, well, it's worth it if you break it down and it's worth this, that, so much a week. No, it's not that. It's not the money. It's the fucking principle. You shouldn't be forced just to switch a TV on. You shouldn't be forced to pay one organisation just to watch every other TV channel. That's not even anything to do with the BBC, Sky, ITV, Channel 4 or whatever, or NBC or whatever you want. You have to, though, because that's the law. How fucked up is the law? Well, we won't go into that because there's so many laws in this country that need updating and sorting out. It's unbelievable. But that's one of them, and I won't pay it. I've not had a TV for years. I don't want one. And one of the reasons is I won't pay money to this fucking hideous BBC who've gone political as well. They're so biased against this, that and the other. And again, we could do a whole podcast on that. They've gone awful. And the crap they put out as well, I don't think it's anywhere near as good as it used to be. And they're sneaky with it as well. You watch EastEnders, which is a soap opera here, and they put sneak political things in it with multiculturalism, with mosques, with Muslims, with blacks, with whatever. And it's like you're fucking they're projecting it, sort of subliminally. It's fucking wrong. It really is wrong what they're doing. And I don't agree with it. And of course, all this time they're taking money from people, whether you want to watch TV or not. I mean, if they have their way, and I think they're trying to do it where every house, whether you've got a TV or not, you have to pay. They can kiss my ass because they won't get anything. I got a letter off them the other day, and it said, "Will you be in on? We hope you're in on the 6th of March because we'd like to speak to you." Fucking unbelievable! I should have kept that and sent it to the Daily Mail, who have done an expose on these bastards on the BBC, and in general, but in particular, the company that the BBC employ to enforce in brackets payment. And what happens is you get a guy knocking on your door. Hello. Oh, hello, it's TV licensing. We believe you don't have a licence. I'd like to come in and view your property, please, to prove that you're not watching a TV, or so forth, or whatever. Fuck off. Bang, slam. That's what I do. On your way. If you tell them to fuck off, they have to go. By law, they have to go. They've got to prove that you have a TV. The cheeky bastards. Well, this report that's out, they've been hounding people, and it's that bad. The BBC have called in the head of Capita, who, by the way, is on 2.7 million quid a year. Yeah, Fucking people struggling to can't even watch TV, and they're struggling to get through to even eat. And that bastard's on 2.7 million a year, and the BBC top wigs at the BBC are on phenomenal pots of money. Another reason to hate the BBC. It is outdated, it's past its sell-by date, and it needs fucking scrapping. It needs sorting out, and it wants to go commercial. Subscription only. It is fucking horrendous. Anyway, what's happened here? They've been peeking through fucking curtains, harassing people. They're on bonuses. They're on £15,000 to catch 28 people every week. If they can get 28, they get the magic $15,000 a year on top of their salaries. And they're amazing. One of those targeted by capita is a war veteran who's suffering from dementia. They're scum, aren't they? They really are. Vulnerable families risk being picked on by TV licence inspectors, and so forth. And Tony Hall, he's the head cheese at the BBC, is demanding urgent reassurance. Well, he needs to be investigated as well, as does the BBC, by Ofcom or whoever. The government needs to get involved here. I keep saying this, the BBC needs to be turned around. It needs to be sorted out. Scrap the licence fee. Just fucking scrap it. They're sending people to prison for this. You can get £1,000 fine as well. And a lot of people have been fined. It is fucking outrageous. Not only is the guy, the war veteran with dementia, there's been people that have been in care homes, people suffering from mental illnesses. They've gone over fences, they've gone round the back, they've climbed over walls and so forth. Fucking unbelievable. They've not stopped knocking on the door. The best way to deal with these people is simple. It's if someone knocks on your door like that, and either you haven't got a TV or so forth, and you're getting sick of it, just get your iPhone or your phone with a camera and just point it at them and say, who are you? And they'll be wary right away of what they're being filmed, and you just say, what are you filming me for? It's for my security, my safety, and yours. Who are you? State your business. Or fuck off, basically. And then go from there and watch their fucking attitude. Then they don't like it. They don't like being filmed because they know that'll go on YouTube. Just YouTube, TV licence. It's hilarious. You won't believe the reactions from some of them. It's frightening. And what they've done is, some of these guys that have filmed them... Alexandra, come on, darling. I'm talking. She thinks I'm talking to somebody. Come in, baby. And you can be talking to them, and all of a sudden they realise they're being filmed, and the difference in their attitude changes. They don't become hostile anymore. They suddenly, they cover their faces up and fuck off quickly. Get into their cars and fucking fishtail down the driveway and gone, or wherever they are. They don't like being filmed because, like I said, it goes on YouTube and they'll get exposed. And what a lot of people have done is filmed them when they've not realised they're being filmed, and that's when you get the best ones. My God, it'll open your eyes. They're little bastards. They're Nazis. They're aggressive. Why haven't you got a licence? You're going to be in court. You're going to be this, that, and the other. This is a true story, and my mate's an idiot for this, and he deserves everything he gets. That little bell ringing is the cat. She's arrived. Anyway, there was a knock on the door, and my mate has this huge fucking TV. It's that big, it's like walking into the Gaumont, the Odeon cinema. It's fucking huge, and it's right near the window, so you can't miss it. I don't know if he saw it that way or whatever. Anyway, he just said... He's so gullible, my mate, and this guy said in a very jovial sort of, hello, I'm from TV licensing. We've just thought I'd pop by and just clear a few things up, if that's all right with you. Have you got a couple of minutes? Oh, yeah, come in. Oh, no, it's like inviting the fucking death in, isn't it? Like the Reaper or a fucking serial killer. No, don't let him in. He must have got a lob on straight away. That guy must have been thinking, I'm in here. Okay, no, because he'll have known he'd not got a licence, you see. So as they went in and then turned right through the door. Fucking hell. Oh, that's a lovely TV. I fucking did. Because my mate told me word for word what he said. It's like a transcript. He said, that's a lovely TV. Big, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we like the effect, the cinema. Oh, right. Is it Coronation Street? Oh, yeah. Well, you're here. Would you like a cup of tea? Oh, I'd love one. Fuck Fucking hell. So they went in the kitchen, and as this is true, I swear to God this is true, as he was putting the tea bag in the cup, he read him his rights.